What is going on, guys? Judo Sloth here, and in today's Clash of Clans video we are going to be highlighting to you the best ground attack for Town Hall 10, 11 and 12. We're going to start out at Town Hall 12 here, move on through Town Hall 11 and finally to 10 with specific tips for each Town Hall level, so be sure to watch right the way through. In this first one, you can see a queen charge getting set up in order to directly target the Town Hall. Now at Town Hall 12, if you are using the HOG Riders, you're going to have to take down the Town Hall as part of your kill squad. If you are not doing that, you have to use the Grand Warden's ability, and it is incredibly difficult to time. You're pretty much going to want to take that Town Hall as part of your kill squad. If you are new to my channel, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell to see my videos as soon as they go live. Now you can see that the queen charge is managing to take out the enemy clan castle troops alongside that town hall, especially with ice golems in the CC. You do not want them basically pausing your HOG Riders, especially if there is any splash damage around them. Basically, you'd want to take them out as part of your kill squad. You wouldn't want to take them out alongside your HOG Riders. So what typically you might do is bring in your HOG Riders quick enough to protect your kill squad, but if there are ice golems in the CC, you'd want to make sure they were down prior to bringing in the HOG Riders. Now you can see that we've used a jump spell here with the queen charge to get access to the enemy queen. She goes down and the king was at the top of the base. Remember that with HOG Rider attacks, it is not like a Lalo. You need to consider the king as well, because he can hit the HOG Riders. It's not just the queen. As we come in with the HOG Riders, then the Grand Warden is used to protect them. Basically gives you the ability in order to help the HOGs get through any areas of splash and any dangerous areas within the base, but obviously you are going to want your heal spells there as well. On this one, we use the King's ability right at the top of the base to try and press through some of that Tesla farm. It is very difficult when you do have a Tesla farm pop. It can take down the king very quickly, but you can see that the healers have very nicely swapped across onto that pack of HOG Riders, and once the queen has finished her job, then it's pretty okay for that to happen. Now I have done a lot of guides recently on the HOG Riders. I will link at the end of the video and down in the description a video for Town Hall 10, specifically HOG Riders in 2019, so make sure to check out that one at the end of this video. But moving on down to Town Hall 11, I want you to have a look at the kill squads within these and basically how we get them set up. This E-Drag on this attack does a fantastic job, and basically since there's a lot of storages down in that area, it's able to chain right the way through and help to create pathing for our queen. A fantastic bunch of attacks here by feederways. If you're interested in joining them, obviously you can check my Discord. But as the queen comes in here, she's basically stood and took her time taking out the town hall, and that's allowed the E-Drag to create a good funnel here so that the queen can come in behind the stone slammer. Very good use of time on this attack. And again, looking at the bottom of the base here, there is so much value in terms of the enemy queen, the enemy CC. We are going to be able to get a multi-inferno here as well. Obviously multi-infernos can take down your HOG Riders pretty quickly. Now at Town Hall 11 and Town Hall 12 for that matter, you do have to contend with the Eagle Artillery, so you do want to consider that, guys. Can you reach it? And if not, how are you going to path your HOG Riders to it? On this one, we are going to do that because we've brought in HOG Riders from all of these angles, meaning that as we take out the defences, a pack of them will move straight into the centre of the base, and that's exactly what you want to ensure that you're doing. You don't want to basically allow your HOGs to continue right the way around and leave them buildings in the middle, because essentially a lot of the time the ones in the middle will be what do majority of the damage. However, you do want to consider pathing. You don't want your HOG Riders to split unnecessarily. Make sure you've planned for that to happen. And basically the heal spells on this one mean that the HOGs are absolutely crushing it. The queen with the healers able to get through this base, and again, if you do use a queen charge technique, it can be very helpful that your queen can stay alive and take down any trash buildings on the inside of the base. You do have to consider that with HOG Riders. You can see this gold mine, it's not just about putting wizards on the outside. You'll see the HOG Riders jump across to it, but do consider having a backup plan for any buildings that are on the inside of the base. Let's do one more Town Hall 11 attack for you before we move to Town Hall 10. I basically wanted to just give you a couple of examples, not really too many, but try and just give you a few different ones so you can kind of see the differences. Now on this base, what you will notice is that we do have wizard towers pressed to this side of the base, so ideally if you can take a pack of them out, it's going to be helpful. Now again, I've mentioned it a lot in recent videos, but if you are using the queen charge, make sure you've got that funnel set up so the left hand side of the base is getting taken out as with the right, so that we've got the area for the queen to come in. We've basically cut the funnel at either side, there's nowhere else for her to go, and once the walls get opened up, she's going to head straight into that base. Now the Stone Slammer does a fantastic job here, just taking its time, opening up the wall compartments. Does pop out an Ice Golem, which is an interesting choice. I don't think he summarized or thought, should we say, that the Ice Golem would end up over here. I think he was thinking the Ice Golem would be in this area. Ends up not being too helpful, as you can see, so could have potentially just maxed out on Valkyries, but as long as you're thinking about the attacks, you're theorizing what might happen, that's how you're going to become a better player at this game. And on this one, essentially that kill squad has taken out a whole heap of value, continues to charge forward into the center of the base, and again you can see how pathing of the hogs will work nicely straight around the base here, and that queen charge is going to continue to get value. That's one thing that, like I said, if you can bring the hog riders in quick enough to protect the kill squad, you want to do that, but you've kind of got a little bit of leeway if you do a queen charge, because the queen should be able to take care of herself, and as you can see, getting down to the end of it here, she's continuing to take out defenses, and although the healers did indeed switch, didn't really want them to on this one, we've got so many hog riders coming down to the end of it that the value gained in the kill squad was more than enough. Grand Warden's ability again used on the hog riders here, so that is probably what you want to do. Again, it all depends on how far you're getting into the base, how big of a kill squad you're taking. If you're taking a massive kill squad and you're trying to basically protect all of that kill squad, your Grand Warden might be useful there, but if you've got so many hog riders, if you can protect them, obviously clean up the whole attack becomes so much more efficient if you can protect that huge group and maintain your DPS. Let's move on to the Town Hall 10 attacks then, and that will wrap it up for this one. Again, if you have enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like and be sure to let me know any other tips for the Hog Riders down in the comment section. So at Town Hall 10, we actually recently did a video, which I will link at the top here, on basically the best ways of entering for a hog rider attack, and we focused on Town Hall 10 for that one. What we summarized was that the kill squad entry, in terms of a traditional kill squad should I say, is the most beneficial. So trying to get big value and basically just finishing off the back end with the hog riders, and that's what you can see happening here. We've basically created the funnel either side for the golem and war wrecker to come straight into the base, ends up getting frozen here and basically not getting any further once it's opened up the area for that single inferno. But the hog riders are already in. Look, again, try to protect that kill squad if you can. It's going to help you with cleanup, and they might even be able to take out some other defenses getting to the end of it. Might have been a tad early on this one, because the hog riders do start to come into the center of the base here, has to start splitting heal spells a little bit, but essentially all is well. Maybe a couple of seconds could have been helped in order to keep the Hog Riders down this way instead of splitting into the middle of the base, but they continue to do a good job coming around, manage to protect our troops in the middle, and the Queen still has that ability, which is going to be important, able to pop that and take out the single Inferno whilst the Hog Riders continue to take out the final few defences. And that is pretty much it at Town Hall 10. I mean, there's different ways again, but you don't have to worry about the Eagle, you don't have to worry about the Giga Tesla. You've really just got to set the funnel, get the King, Queen, CC. If you can get any of the splash damage, it's a bonus. A lot of the time what can ruin your attacks is spring traps, so make sure you're looking at the distance between the buildings. Is the likelihood that when you're pathing your Hog Riders there's going to be a lot of spring traps? For example, if we look at this, 9 times out of 10 you're going to have spring traps in between that, so just take note of the pathing of the hogs. And for this final attack, what I wanted to show you is don't give up. If your plan doesn't quite go as you theorized in terms of your initial plan, you can still get it to work. So this was a fresh hit, and this Tesla farm pops and basically stops the loon getting the arch tower and setting the funnel there. Now with the stone slammer coming in early, what actually happens here is we take out all of these buildings to stop the Queen coming into this area, so she turns back around and comes up this way. Not what was wanted, however we did still get the value here, as you will see, able to come in and just about get that CC and Queen down. And although the attacking Queen comes up towards the top, we've still got the value enough that we can start the Hog Riders to then protect that Queen. And again, what was the ideal scenario was the Queen into the middle here, wrecking all of these defences, setting up the funnel for hogs to come right around the top. However, look at how tightly compact them defences are once the Hog Riders get into the middle. It's a little bit easier. Now what I do like here, the Queen gets caught on all of these skeletons, just pops in a couple of hogs to that archer tower, really just to help the Queen out, make sure she can get that CC down, and from there, again, we've kind of got this compact area of buildings. That's exactly where the hogs are going. With 3 heal spells, there's no way that this is not going to be a 3-star. So although the Queen turned around, and what is going to happen here is essentially, like I said, the hogs end up splitting across this way. Since we didn't quite take out this area, it's basically still got the value and still got enough fire left in the tank in order to get the 3 stars. Now again, with Hog Riders, look at all of the cleanup troops here. Make sure you've got a plan for that, but do think about the ones in the middle. Essentially the plan was that the Queen was getting in to take these anyway, but do think about if you've got trash buildings in the center of the base, you're either going to have Hog Riders left over to get that, or take something else in. So that wraps it up for this one. If you do want to watch that guide for Hog Riders in 2019, it is on the screen next to you right now. But until next time, peace out.